enter, and welcome to Rens Red Room on the Head Nerds in Charge Network.
Hello and welcome to Ren's Red Room. I'm your host, Ren, and by fans and haters of Chris, he is back.
Who
I
can
missed
dislike
him.
me? Who can dislike me?
Listen, you know I love you. I love me some Chris. And a lot of men love you too, Chris. So Chris is back, guys. I know it's been a minute, and fans been telling me where Chris at for the minute. All right. I asked him, and he graced us with his presence today. So here we are going to start the conversation. Chris, would you like to say anything before we start?
What would you like to know?
What's in them drawers? No, I'm just not kidding.
Wow, I feel objectified. I'm shocked and appalled.
Oh, did I offend? No, I'm just kidding.
Far from
No.
it.
But anyway, so we here to literally talk about Black women and Black men. Okay. And we need a Black man's perspective. We need a Black woman's perspective that is not going to be biased, because neither of us is feed into the internet like that. So we both have seen different worldviews of what's out there, but outside of the internet space. We are different. We both have different backgrounds. So we want to put on our observation of what we've seen personally and what we've seen outside of our lives. So, Chris, I want your honest opinion, because you know we keep it real. So, what is your opinion first? I'm going to say Black women. Start with the Black women first, then we want to go to Black men. So, what is your opinion on Black women in a Black man's perspective?
As a from a black man's perspective, Black women, and this is going to sound biased, and I don't care if I'm the most beautiful women on this planet. Like other women, literally get surgeries to look like Black women, but unfortunately, I mean, we still have the scars from slavery, post-traumatic slave disorder. We have scars from slavery, and a lot of those scars still perpetuate in the Black culture. Again, Black women are the most beautiful women in the world. They have no problem getting sex because they are beautiful and men want that, but they have a major issue with relationships. Trying to tell a Black woman she's wrong, I might as well try to pull out a fucking wild dog's tooth. It's one of the
Okay.
hardest things in the world. In the world, you can have facts, evidence, numbers, nothing. They don't want to admit it because they go with the signs: shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right whenever you try to tell them that they're wrong. And as a Black man who loves Black women, and I deal with mostly Black women, if my current main situation falls through and my next situation falls through, I'm probably gonna be done with Black women on some honestly, because other cultures, women are raised to be wives.
Now, what
Yeah.
does that mean exactly, raised to be wives? You
Oh,
met people outside
mhm.
of the United States
I've been all around
that
the
was
world.
raised to be wives. So explain that. What
A
that
woman
means.
that's raised to be a wife doesn't continuously put down her man. I come home, I may come from a long day at work. I already have the world against me. I don't need to, as soon as I come into the door, have my woman against me. Black women weaponize children. The man don't want to be with her. Oh, he has to pay child support. Oh, if he doesn't want to be with her, that kid can't meet that man's new girlfriend, but she can be laid up with her boyfriend in front of the kids. It's a lot of things. And in reference to raised to be wives, they know how to cater to a man. Like we have so many households, and as I've grown, I'm I'm over 40. As I've grown, I've seen and I'm able to pick out when a woman grew up in a single mother household or a two-parent household, because you can tell how they interact with a man, their expectations, their realities. Like no other race has women. I'm a strong, independent white woman. I'm a strong, independent Latin woman. You never hear that. because it's not a badge of honor. Being
Okay.
independent and single isn't a badge of honor. It shouldn't be. We should have
Mm,
successful, strong relationships because that's how you build a strong community. All these single mother households are not good.
okay. So based on women outside this country, how do they work?
How do they work? Well, I've been to the Middle East. I mean, I don't get to see too many of those women, but I also know women from Puerto Rico, women from the Philippines. I've been deployed with women from the Philippines, and one of them was saying she's in the army. She had a job. Me and her were deployed. I think we were deployed together, or we were in a job school together. And she was like, "I cater to my man." She
Mm.
caters to her man, and she had no problem saying that. As a black woman, she's submissive, and she was like you said, a curse word to her. A lot of cultures are fine with women being submissive because being submissive means you come under my protection. If you're
And
my,
what was her job as she worked?
I believe in the army, we were CBRN, chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear specialists. So she
Mm,
still had an army fitness test. She still had to shoot and all that, but she was CBRN.
mm.
And she still said, I cater to my husband. And there's nothing
Now,
wrong
was
with
she
it.
married around the time she?
Yes, she
Okay.
was, I think she met her husband in the military. He
Mm,
comes home, she come home from work, and she would make him some food. And
okay.
yeah, they may both be paying bills, but as men, my job was to protect you from the saber-toothed tiger while you ran away.
Mm,
Hypothetically, Ren, me and you're in a house and we're together and someone kicks in the door downstairs. Am I going to expect you to go downstairs? Fuck no.
mm.
Who's going to go downstairs? Me.
You. Mm-hmm.
I'm expected to die for you. All we want you to do is listen to us. We're expected to
Mm-hmm.
die for a woman. To die. Not to get die. And I'm
Right.
fine with that. I'm fine with that for a submissive woman. I will use
Mm-hmm.
my power and my protection, and that protection goes over that woman.
Okay, so based on your personal experience, because you have a wife and she seems very loving, submissive to you, and then you have another partner who's also very loving, submissive to you, and they both of African descent. So
Hmm.
why do you think they listening to you?
Well, one of them, she got to that point after a good amount of time. She didn't start that way. And the
Mm-hmm.
other one had a mom and dad, and she would jokingly say she was raised to be a wife. And so many
Mm-hmm.
women are raised on survival mode that they can't see good things in front of them. Like they understand, like, okay, the woman I'm married to, she doesn't have to work. She doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
She knows she doesn't. She had jobs here and there, and she would tell her boss whenever her boss would say something stupid, "I'm only here because I'm bored. I don't have to be here. My husband says I don't have to work."
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a woman, as a woman, being in a job knowing you ain't gotta be there. Imagine that feeling. They say something stupid to you at work, you're like, "Fuck it."
Right.
But that's that to me as a man. I didn't get much from my father, but be a man of your word and take care of your family. You know,
Right.
half the time you call me, where am I at?
At work.
Hey, Chris, what you doing? I'm at work. Hey, what you doing later on? I'm at work. So what were you doing yesterday? I was working.
Yes, you work a lot to
Because
provide for your family.
and there are
Yes.
women that I care about. And once you come under that umbrella of protection by me, I will protect and provide. And part of the way of protecting you is providing. And
Okay. So what are the qualifications for you to give that amazing gift of love and support and protecting and providing?
all right, now here comes the hate mail.
We here
I
to
got
keep it real.
I gotta find you visually attractive. I'm visually
Hmm.
stimulated. I gotta find you visually attractive. And there are certain things I just don't find attractive. I mean, I don't hate the people as a person. I just don't find that certain things attractive. I don't. And I have to
Mm.
find you attractive first. I can't see your personality from across the room. You have to visually stimulate me. Then you gotta not be a bitch. I don't want to deal with shit all goddamn day when I'm dealing with you. If you're bitching at me all the
Mm.
time, you're not letting me talk, you're cutting me off, this, and that. I'm not gonna deal with you for a long time. I'm not. I want peace, no matter what woman I'm dealing with. If I come to see you, I'm coming to relax. I'm coming to
Mm.
get away from the world because the world is hard. It's tough. It ain't easy for a black man. My job, there are people that want me to fail on a regular basis. I got my own
Mm.
people filing reports on me over frivolous things just to get me in trouble because they mad where I'm at.
Mm.
So I got this whole world I got to fight against. If I'm coming to deal with a girl, you better be my peace. Because you ain't my peace, you ain't going to be there long.
Mm.
So yeah,
Okay.
I got to find you attractive. You got to be nice. You know, the whole fit, feminine, and friendly. Bam.
Don't blame me either. Don't you put me in there. Hold up. No,
Don't
but
push
listen,
this.
we all wait, no. Because Chris, we want to keep it. We keeping it 100. Okay, this is why I want you here, Chris, because too many other people just want to sugarcoat the situation instead of being brutally honest, and for people to really, too many people are babying people, and that's the problem. We need to be honest. We need, that is his preference. And if that's what he wants, that's what he's going to search for. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because we all have preferences of what we like and dislike. And what he said to me is exactly what I would want. I want to come home to peace. I want to come home with ease of mind. I want to come home to a partner. So what he's saying is not wrong. Because most men are visual creatures, so they are going based on what you look like, of what their idea of you in their head starts spinning. So that's just how it works. So they ain't gonna put you in the wife category or the whore category, but they still see you and they're going to base what they want to do with you based on what you look like first.
We wouldn't use the word whore. Is some are here for a long time, some are here for a fun time.
And that's everybody.
But another
And that's
thing is,
everybody.
I work with a lot of people who make six figures. That's the average at
Mm-hmm.
my job. Is six figures. If you don't make six figures, you're an eyeball. And I looked it up. Out of all men in this country, I'm in the top 7% to include white men. So with black men, I'm probably in like the top 2% of black men earners in this country. And that's the thing. Is like you get these women that want a man that makes what is the six figures, 6 foot and 6 inches. That's I heard the 666. Okay,
Yes.
I'm not 6 foot, but my paycheck is. But no, every man
Okay.
isn't going to make six figures in this country. Literally,
Mm.
less than 10% make six figures.
Well, let me put my opinion on it,
Go
like
for it.
before I forget my opinion. Okay. My opinion is all what you say, Chris, is completely understandable. Okay. Um, but as a black woman living in America, seeing the things that I've seen, dealing with the things that I dealt with personally as a black woman experience, I can tell you from what I've seen and experienced, some of these men do not want to provide and protect. So, what am I submitting to a man that is not going to provide for me or even protect me? So, why you think I'm going to submit to a man that just automatically walks up to me and just because you're a woman, you're supposed to? Yes, I am. I cook for men, I clean for men, I do whatever a man wants me to do when he is providing and protecting me and showing me he loves me and cares about me. Why wouldn't I submit to a man that is doing what I need him to do and do what he like? It's a partnership at the end of the day. I'm not someone that is a dependent. I can be your equal. But if you want me
Oh,
to just be, hold up, if you want me to just be the complete submission, then that means you have to be completely the provider. So it's like you want me to do these things, but these things require things in order for you to get what you want. And like you said, a lot of people do not make six figures. Some of the men I date don't even make close to what I make. So it's hard to date when a man that literally feels like I don't have to put in effort to get what I want, because most majority of men just want the sex. And if you just give him that, he's fine walking down the street. So if he's getting what he really just wants, there's no reason for him to want to work hard for a woman. Back in the day, they worked hard for a woman because they knew with the submission came with it. They worked majority of the time. The wife sat at home, did what the wifely duties were because he was out there providing and protecting for us. Like when men used to like the shows or the commercials used to see of a man fighting for a woman and all that, and so men don't want to fight no more. It's
You know
certain
why?
men. Some men don't want to even get up and work for their McDonald's check. So it's hard when a woman that's fully ready to submit to a man and can't because there's no man really, or rarely there's men out there to really submit to.
May I interject?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's because feminism sold y'all a lie. Feminism told women that if you got a bunch of degrees, feminism told women that if you got really successful at work, feminism told women that y'all can wait until you're in mid 30s, 40s before you start thinking about having a family. The more hypergamy is very common. I believe it was 75% of women believe in hypergamy. Hypergamy is a woman dating up or dating out of their class. A lot of women want to date up, and the more successful y'all become in the workplace, which I know this goes against the whole gender wage gap thing, because if y'all supposedly make less, how are y'all making so much more in the workplace due to your
Mm.
degrees and things like that? The more you make, the harder it is for a woman to find a man. Now, to find a high quality man. Now, you can find an average man, and there's nothing wrong with an average man. That average man is going to most likely be faithful to you. But high value men don't cheat. We exercise our options. But again, like the more you make, the harder it's going to be to find a man. I know plenty of female professionals or doctors and stuff like that. They may have trouble finding a man because they're going to want a doctor. And that male doctor has a lot of options. A male doctor can go to McDonald's and pick up a girl. A female doctor can't go to McDonald's and pick up a dude. He's
Mm.
probably going to be a leech and all that kind of shit.
So
And
can
yeah,
you explain the men that's sleeping on their mama's couch but got
I was
five different
about to
women?
I was about okay. Here comes some numbers. 54% of black men are single and childless. 30% of black men are married with children. While that less than 20% are having majority of the kids, because women think that those are high value men. So majority of Pookie and Ray Rays. So a lot of these dudes and women say all men ain't shit. No, because you're all fucking the same dudes. Those
Mm.
men that are sleeping on our couches, I'll use me as an example. There are women that I deal with or have dealt with that wouldn't give me the time of day when I was in my 20s because I wasn't cool enough. I wasn't hood enough because I was focusing on progressing myself and progressing my career in my 20s and my 30s.
Mm.
And these same chicks got multiple kids. Now they want to talk after they got done being run through by Pookie and Ray. Those are the guys that lay on their mom's couch. And for some reason, y'all women still want them. I've known multiple women that want dudes that are hood, that want a nigga. They want to fuck a nigga. That's what they want
Oh
to
well,
have sex
damn.
with. And I don't
Well,
like that. Ooh, we
well,
got
let me.
infographics.
Yes. So I'm going to tell you based off my experience. Most of the time, it's just environmental based. Now, you can't tell me if you grew up in the hood, all you see is hood rat shit that you're not going to be attracted to a hood nigga. It's environmental base of why any of us is really how we are in this confusion of the dating world. Because if we forgot, a lot of things was put black people, a lot of things were put to separate us, so, and to confuse us and to make sure that we are not knowledgeable to know what better even is.
You know what that
So
one of those big things are?
what?
Music. Every
Music is
religion,
one, yes.
every religion, every single religion has some type of music because music affects your thought processes, why you're whether you're listening to it or not. How much of this hood shit and hood rat stuff is being pushed on our youth? And you got these girls growing up thinking that that's the dude that they want, and these guys growing up thinking that's the only
Mm-hmm.
type of girl that they want.
Yeah. Music is supposed to hypnotize you. That's what it does. So the catchy tune is like, and then when people say Beyonce sung a song called Single Ladies, but she's married, yeah, nigga, because she knows what was going to sell, because she knows
Hmm.
the demographic of single black women or single woman, period, out here. So, yeah, she's going to sell single ladies, and hoping to maybe encourage women to possibly ask for more from her boyfriend at the time, or even her sneaky link
No,
at the time.
it's not to ask for more. It's to push for that single narrative. Again, our
Mm.
culture, the black culture, is one of the only cultures where they try to celebrate a woman having a child by herself, and that shouldn't be a good thing.
And it's
Don't
not, and
you,
it really should not, because let's be real, okay? The white demographic is successful in a lot of these charts because they designed these charts. They designed this whole government system, and it's designed on a parent's home. So why they looking at you as a single mother, as in, well, how you take care of this and how do you do that? And you confused as why they even asking these questions to you, because they know the power of man, woman working together in a single family home dynamic or a partner dynamic home. That's how you get the success. That's why it's more successful rating of a two-parent home than it is a single parent. I'm thankful for my child's father being in my life, but even that still comes with struggles because we're not still together. So we have to work out different schedules, different planning. We gotta do this, we gotta drop off this, we gotta pick. So it's still harder than me having a man living with me and be able to even take off from work or have a part-time job that I'm home with my kid more, that I can do all the motherly things that I should be doing as a mother, and versus me working a 9 to 9, because I don't even got a 9 to 5. My job schedule is all over the place. So it's like harder for us. And that's why we struggle so much, because they do promote single motherhood, which is crazy to me. Every time I tell a nigga I don't want to have sex, they look at me like I'm crazy. It's like, well, what am I having sex for you for? What am I submitting to you for? What am I doing these things for you? It's for you to impregnate me and then dip them a baby mama or two? That's not what I want. Why would I want to? My purpose is learn from your mistakes the first time. And then when you learn from it, not saying my daughter is a mistake, but just learning from the hardship the first time and learning and elevating from that. So you know not to do it the second time. And most of the time, that's what really get men mad, because it's like, oh, you smart. Like, yeah, I learned my lesson. Yes, I learned my lesson. So I want better for myself, my family, and me being good is going to make you good too. If we work together, we both gonna be good.
Well, we've had discussions before about things that could increase your probability of success. But I'm looking at this black marriage chart. It says 85% of black men have a black wife and 93% of black women have a black husband. That goes to show what I was talking about earlier. Black men are the second most desired demographic in this country, while black women, again, some of the most beautiful women in the world. Not this country, the fucking world. Like literally people get surgeries to look like black women. And yet y'all can't maintain successful relationships. And it's sad because, again, things were designed. The welfare system, I mentioned it earlier. The welfare system, before the welfare system, 75% black families were nuclear families.
Right.
Trailer parks and projects, same people, different color. The trailer parks didn't have that thing where they kicked the man out of the trailer park, but we did.
I just watched a documentary.
Black women more likely to be married than white women. Yeah, we already know that. Black men more likely to be married than white men. I don't know about the more likely to be married than white men. I haven't done the numbers on that. But yeah, like I said, black women, y'all marriage rates are atrocious. Fucking atrocious. It's not funny. It's really sad. And then anytime I've had discussions online telling black women things they could do to increase their marriage probability rates, they want to have a heart attack. They want to tell me I'm wrong. They want to say this, but I'm like, but yet you're still not married. I may have a failed relationship by me is longer than most women's relationships they'll ever have in their life.
Okay. So let me go back to my perspective of it, because you are talking from a black man's point of view who is married. Cool. I am the woman that you're talking about, so and you know me. Do you think I'm a bitch?
I've caused some attitude a couple of times.
You was quiet too long.
I've caused some attitude a couple of times.
Okay, let's
keep it real, right? Keep it real, right?
First of all, forget this.
We keep it real, right? Isn't that what you want?
Listen,
keep 100.
Yes, okay. But Is it to extreme levels of me having
No,
attitude?
we've had
Okay.
offline conversations of things that you can
Mm,
do to increase your probability of success because it's
okay.
competition out there, and
It definitely is competition. It definitely is
you're going
competition.
against other
And
people.
yes. Um, so what my point of me saying that is because yeah, women get angry, but it's levels you have to come to. Now, I get upset, but I'm not going to be extreme. Okay, it takes extremeness to happen for me to be extreme. Even when people be arguing with me online, I just be like, okay, and you still talking? So
So,
it's
what do I
like,
have to do to get you to this extreme? Because I may be bored one day.
you know what? You don't want to know. You don't want to know, and I'm
I
not about to.
actually,
I'm
I
not
may
about
want
to
to know.
disclose this information for people to try me on the internet. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. Okay, listen, I'm still black. All right, hold up.
Hey, I'm black where it counts.
Shut up. I miss you, Chris. It's like we're bored here without you. Like, but people been raised to this dynamic perfectly. And yeah, you can blame the welfare system and you could say, well, your mother took yeah, yes. Because this woman was job options back in the day was a maid or a maid. So if they presented a woman, because I've seen and this is what I suggest a lot of my black brothers and sisters to do, actually look up the black family dynamic in the 1950s to that's the lifestyle y'all keep saying y'all want. Actually look it up. Watch some videos of it to see the actual dynamic of what it was. Black women, we worked, yes, but we was not nowhere near working as hard as a man back in the day. Okay. So of course we had a schedule to come home and make sure the food was ready and had everything done for you. We still had to worry about people trying to lynch us. We still couldn't even take the bus because we had people trying to kill us on the bus or fight us on the bus and tell us to sit in the back of the bus. So we were even more degraded back in the day. So we was more together because we was protecting each other back in the day. And
Hold on.
because now, hold
Here's
on.
no. Here's a tidbit about that. Back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
they did a study and they asked white people in like the 1950s if they feel like black people are treated fairly in this country, and 2/3 of them said yes. Those are the same types of white people we have today. But go ahead,
Mm.
go ahead.
Okay. So they knew what they did. They designed it this way. They designed us to hate each other. And we pretty much like what is it? Fell through to the brainwashing. We pretty much doing the work that they used to do back then our damn selves. We keep trying to tell each other we ain't shit. We keep trying to break up family homes and marriages. We doing the job that the white folks back in the day did for us. That's incredible brainwashing, America. That's incredible brainwashing that y'all did. But we need to stop feeding into the bullshit. And like Chris said, one is the music. Okay. Two possibly can be welfare. Okay. But know this, if a woman gets pregnant by a man, he says get rid of it. She says she's gonna keep it. All she needs is your name, number, and address, and you're gonna be put on child support. That's even by her own choice because the government also forces that upon the single mother. And as a man, that is your duty because you know where babies come from, right? So you can't just blame that on the woman to take welfare when the government is saying you got to take this welfare and you got to take this child support. It's
Well,
designed.
the child support is you have to take welfare for the child support. I know
Mm-hmm.
that in reference spot, but also as men, we need to be careful with our seed. Don't shoot up the
Yeah.
club with every girl. But again, You got these same types of dudes that women go for. Again, I know multiple. I'm talking amazingly fine women. I'm talking these chicks are ridiculously hot, and all they want is hood niggas. That's what they want, and
Yeah.
they don't
Because what do
understand
they glorify?
hood niggas.
Niggas.
And they don't get it
So,
until they hit that wall. They're 35, 40, and those hood niggas done ran through them for years, and they've bypassed multiple friend zone dudes. And those dudes, I mean, some dudes stay in the friend zone for a while, but after a while, some people just leave, and
mhm,
it's not right. It's not good. I just, I want to see my people do great. I do, but
right.
unfortunately, there are a lot of outside factors that are contributing to our downfall. Like,
Mm,
and when you say we're in this together, there are a lot of forums online where black men try to tell black women what we want, and we try to tell black women what we find attractive. And black women say, well, you guys aren't as good as us. I give this example. We'll use football. So the worst team in the NFL, the absolute worst team of all the other teams, and then you have the second best team of all the teams, the second best team. And the second best team tells the worst team, hey, this is what you guys can do to get better. And you know what the worst team says?
what?
You're not number one, so we don't want to listen. That's literally black men talking to black women. Black
But
men are the
again,
second most wanted demographic. We are the second most wanted. So we're number
mm,
two. Black women are literally the worst. And we try to tell black women what we want. There you go with these double. Hey, I don't care. Look at the numbers. Y'all ain't getting
hold,
married. Y'all
hold
ain't getting
up,
married because y'all damn attitudes.
hold up. Okay. Because it is still designed. They told black women be a strong black independent woman. Fuck a nigga, fuck a bitch, fuck a hoe. Y'all programmed us to think this way.
Not
And
y'all.
yes, of course,
They.
yes,
They.
they.
Not
But of
not us.
course, a black man is desirable because what do you see being promoted everywhere on the fucking TV? Black men.
Because
How
we
big they
motherfucking
cocks
strong.
are, how
And we're
strong they
strong
are,
and
how
smart
handsome they are, and all this
and
sexualized.
resourceful.
Ooh.
And we have great sounding voices. My voice
Yes.
never cracks, so you can't count mine. But
I had my this is a good one. My friend said he wanted to dip in the snow body pond, right?
don't
And
do
she
it.
was like, hold
Trash.
up, no, listen. So he did it for a month. It lasted. So he tried to tell me because I told him give me all the feedback because I want to know. So he's like, she literally was like, I'm such a good girl, but I want to be bad. And I'm like, so she think you a hood nigga? I suppose this man ain't no. He's trifling, but he ain't hood. Like so.
Damn, why he gotta be trifling though?
Listen, women. He's very in the streets, but he's not hood. Okay, you can be in the streets and don't be a hood nigga. But anyway, so he kept giving me updates of how she imagine being with a black man, and well, to be real sexual detail, she was like, oh my God, I never come like that before. Y'all black dicks really be magic. It's like, the fuck is she talking about?
Hey, she could just she could be cheering him on, and there's nothing wrong with a woman cheering you on.
Listen,
There's nothing
the
wrong.
stuff I was hearing him say was like, oh, this girl.
I got to know what she looked like though. But anyway,
I sent you a picture.
all right. So, but a lot of times, and this is some things, they will send white women into our areas on purpose to destabilize us. They will
Mm.
send their women in there to destabilize us. Again, I don't give a fuck what color a woman is. As long as she's of legal age, I will blow her back out.
Oh my God.
She could be green for all I care. I might even like it more if she's
Lord.
green.
You don't even like Gamora.
Actually, I'm nerdy enough to Gamora. If she was blue, fuck it, let's go.
Listen, shut up. Anyway,
But I'm just
so
saying they sent their women into our culture before to destabilize us. And in the lifestyle, spade queens are a thing.
mm. So
Hmm.
this is where we're going to change the subject. Black men.
What you
So
want?
Chris, I'm going to give it to you. Okay.
Oh
So
God.
Chris, what? Shut up. What is your opinion on black men in America?
Black men in America. Unfortunately, a lot of black men are a product of single family homes where they will see their mom. Remember, they couldn't have that positive male figure in their life. So they'll see men coming in and out of their mom's house just to take care of business. And then they would either say, "Oh, this is what I'm supposed to do," or they'll have an overbearing mother. They're telling them men ain't shit, men ain't this. Or you have these women that have what's called emotional incest with their fucking children. Oh, he's my king. That's my little king. No, he's not. He's a prince. And they damn near worship their child, their male son, and try to make him into that dude that left them. So they're emotionally scarred from that too, and are put in an adult situation when they shouldn't be. So a lot of these black men don't learn to be men until they're actually a man. When you're a child, you have the option of making mistakes. When you're an adult, mistakes can be deadly. So you got these men
Mm,
raised by their moms because only a man can make a man, and only a woman can make a woman. They can bring you close. These single moms can bring you close. I'm not saying there are not strong men from single moms, but those men have to learn how to be men once they're an adult. They need that strong man to slap them in the fucking head. They need that.
okay, so based off of the what you said, why am I submitting to a boy
Why
when
are you
I'm a
submitting to?
grown ass
I'm not telling you to,
woman?
but I told you the things you need to do to attract a man. Right now, you may attract a boy that just wants a quick hit. That's what that boy
Mm,
wants. Now, I've told we've talked offline about this before on things you could do to attract a man. Fit,
mm,
feminine, and friendly. Those are things that attract men.
mm,
You want a high value man, you want a dude that's making money, is going to make you, that person for him, his primary, then you got to do certain things. You got to be
mm.
visually attractive, not a fetish. Fetishes come and go. Visually attractive. So again, you might be attracting these boys because there's a lot of boys out there. A lot of these dudes that never had a strong male
Yeah,
figure in
there's
their life.
more boys out there than men, and there's too many girls out there than women.
No, they're
So
sluts.
it's
They're
we.
hoes. There's too many slutties
th-
or thotties, whatever the fuck you want to call them, out there than women, and they're trying
Hey,
to find that dad that
what's
they
Nick
never had.
Cannon then? What's Nick Cannon? Y'all
What-
men are whores too.
No, no,
Like
no. What's Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon is a high value man exercising his options.
Lord,
That's what he is.
so Day Day and Baby with 5 different 10 baby mamas in the hood. He's a high value man.
No, he's not because he's not supporting them. Nick Cannon is actually
Oh,
supporting them.
okay.
He's supporting those women. Are they financially destitute? No. You
Okay,
take
that still make him a
de-
whore though.
no deal with as many women as you can financially take care of. Now, I am not Islamic at all, but I believe Elijah Muhammad said one of the reasons why uh, um, Islamic men back in the Quran were allowed to marry and have more than one wife was after war. These kids did not have fathers, and he knew the importance of these or these kids having a father. A girl learns how to be treated by a man from her father. He learns how a man's supposed to
Mm,
treat a woman by her father. A boy learns to be a strong man from his father. A boy learns how to support his family from his father.
mm,
And these boys need fathers, even if it's not their biological, they need that strong male figure to give them guidance. And that guidance was removed with the mass incarcerations of locking up black men left and right. And what's left? All the strong men are gone. What you got left? The little fucking bitches out there. The dudes that weigh 120 pounds. Yeah, they got a six
oh
pack,
damn.
but
Oh.
they got no fucking muscle. They're not they're not going to protect your family. Like
Mm.
we need strong men. And unfortunately, a lot of women have had a fight against masculinity or telling men it's not right to be masculine.
Yes, nowadays pretty much they programming women to be men.
And they
They
want
are telling us to work harder, work longer, work. I am a black female in the trucking industry. Every single day, people tell me that's different and rare, and they tell me, "Aren't you? Don't you got a man?" No. Why ain't you home? Because I have to work. So these people who are mindset wise, clockwise in the 19, like it amazes me how we still instinctively have these old ideologically wants and
you
needs
know
in our
why?
DNA,
You know
but
why?
live in a modern day society that is not even connecting to what we
Because
fucking
your
supposed to
bodies
have.
aren't meant to do certain things. Our bodies evolve differently. Our
Mm,
If me and you were to do a super physical job every single day, your body would give out before mine would. Because we didn't evolve to
mm.
do the same things. From an intellectual standpoint, men and women are both around the same intelligence. In academia, there's no limit. But when it comes
But
to
women do
physical
mature
things,
more than a man.
says who?
Oh, says a lot.
No,
maybe
no,
not to you,
wait,
but
wait. Who's more mature? The person that lets the other person think they're mature, or the person that keeps on telling everyone that they're more mature?
okay. Chris,
Like,
shut up.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No. In terms of overall intelligence, though, men and women are around the same. Here's the funny thing: if you take the median intelligence line, women, it'll be like 49, 51, 49. Obviously, some outliers. Some women are really dumb, and some women are really fucking smart. But the average woman is of average intelligence. That same median
Okay.
line for men, you'll have 100 and 0, and very few at 49 and 51. So most women are average intelligence. There are ones that are outliers, but most men are either really smart or really fucking dumb. Very few of us fall in the middle, and that's just hilarious. So we average to the same. Men and
Mm.
women are of the same level of intelligence. We can both reach the same peaks in the terms of brain, but physical, there's a reason why they separate the Olympics. They separate that shit for a reason. Our biology is different. Again, I evolved to fight the saber-toothed tiger and protect you and the family so y'all can get away. That's what my body evolved to do. That's why men can hold these more physical positions for a much longer period of time. And a lot of women athletes have joint issues after a certain amount of time.
So let's go back to the women outside these countries. I highly doubt the women have anything near, because I've seen videos and I've seen travel myself to different places of how things are designed, because they don't play do what you want, do what you freely to do what in other countries. They have it designed. This is what you want to do, especially in Korea. They have laws literally making sure everybody do what they supposed to do to keep the clock rolling.
I think it's Scandinavia, and I may be mistaken, but one of the most egalitarian places where women can do any and everything they want. And guess what? These women still aren't doing those construction jobs. They're still not bricklayers. They're still not cement workers. They want the more cushy indoor jobs. Women are nurturers. That's why 80% of teachers are women. 80% of nurses are women.
Mm-hmm.
They're nurturers. That's the thing. Men, we're more analytical. That's how our brain works. I'm not saying every
But
single man is analytical. I'm not saying no woman can be analytical, but women don't lean towards STEM jobs. That's why they keep pushing for it. And even with all these pushes towards STEM jobs, women have not been able to keep up because that's just not what you're interested in naturally. They need to stop trying to homogenize everything and recognize our differences. There are certain things that
they
women are better at
recognize
than
it.
men.
They
No,
know
they don't.
this. They know the same information. They choosing to ignore it pretty much because it's all a system setup. Okay, they literally ignore the actual facts here. Okay, and just say, well, do what you want, do with this, do with that. No. Okay, first things first, I need y'all to really look up how the dynamic was back in the day, because y'all keep saying y'all want these things, but y'all don't understand how you men as well, not just women, you're not understanding how to obtain these things. If I'm working a good job,
Okay.
money wise,
Okay.
why am I submitting to you, a man that is not even close to support, trying not even to build a family, not trying to
Wait.
do
You said close. Are
anything?
you talking about close in reference to making what you make?
Yes,
There you go.
or more.
That therein lies the problem. A
And
black
was that
woman, a black woman makes money and makes a good amount of money and says, I don't need a man. A black man makes money and makes a good amount of money and says, I want to start a family. The more money a
uh-huh.
black woman makes, the more independent she feels and the less like she needs a man, which means that we are only looked at for what we can provide to you.
So are you going to stay home and watch my kid?
I actually almost was in that situation before where
Okay.
I was going to stay home and take care of the house, and I was going to be dependent. I didn't care as long as the household was taken care of. My job as a man is to make sure the household is taken care of, even if it's not me. There are successful marriages and relationships where women make more, but it's not the norm. A lot of
But
times,
that's you and your preference.
no,
I
no,
asked one of my exes the same question. So you staying home and watch the kids, and I'm the one working and providing for this whole situation. So are you going to stay home and watch our kid? He said no.
a lot
He
of
said
times,
yes at first, but never even showed up. So it's like,
again,
so you here for what? If I
again,
can't depend on you to be a partnership in this, then what is the reason? Yeah, men think differently than women think, and that's just biologically designed. I want to submit. I want Alita. I want to be able to look up at my
A leader
man
of
and be
Cola.
like, "Oh my God, baby, you just came home from a hard day's of work. Let me massage your feet. Let me cook your dinner. Let me get sexy for you. Let me do some things like that. What I want that turns me the fuck on. But I can't be turned on from a bum. I just can't. A man that's literally sitting there not doing nothing, not providing, not protecting, not to do nothing but sit there. I don't smoke weed, but I seen my friends had a man just sit on the couch and smoke her weed up all day.
And
And
guess
it's
what?
like,
And
huh?
wait. This friend of yours still let him fuck because she tolerated
Yeah.
that shit, and that
Mm-hmm.
was her fuck up. Because those I don't want to say pieces of shit. Well, yes, those pieces of shit. Because I have high expectations for men and our people. Don't think I'm anti-woman. I'm anti pieces of shit. I'm anti people that
Mm.
aren't contributing. If you're a piece of shit nigga that don't do nothing but sit on the couch all day and smoke weed, get your life together. Do something
Mm.
with yourself. Make some real money. But again, those women would take that dude over someone like me when I was working in my 20s. I looked at my starting pay at my job when I started. I was making like $36,000 a year.
Mm.
Base 36,000. You know how much I make now.
Yes,
You know how
yes,
many
yes.
women wouldn't deal with me making 36,000 and wouldn't even want to hang with me and wouldn't hang on and wouldn't work with me up?
But it just it yeah, okay. Let me go to why women are attracted to assholes based off of my experience alone. Because first off, the men that are like that really be aggressive. So they really lie, make up stuff, do anything tricks in their book in order to get the woman. Okay. That's just the real. Okay. So the bad guys are the bad guys. They are trying to trick you into being with them in any way, in capacity, and form. And that's usually why the women just be like, oh, well, he said he's gonna come see me on Christmas, and then he never shows up. But you still gonna fuck him next week?
Yes, they will. Yes,
Mm.
they will. I
Oh,
seen
okay.
I seen it.
Yeah, so men going to do what you allow them to do, honeys. Okay. So until we women first not be so defensive, and men be defensive too. I know plenty of delusional niggas, but let me start with a woman, then we can go to the man. Women need to stop being defensive. And we got issues here, folks. If you tired of seeing the dumb shit online and the arguing back and forth, when we gonna start fixing it? Because the argument honestly not going nowhere. So this is why I don't argue with people. Because me wasting my energy, breath, and beauty on a stupid argument that's not going nowhere because you choosing to ignore the facts. You're choosing not to listen and hear me out. So why am I still here arguing with you? For what?
I have fun online when
No.
I'm bored and people it's the time old thing of people want to engage in battle and they brought a knife to a gunfight.
Mm.
They're not ready for me. They're not ready for numbers. And sometimes I just get tired. My last discussion online, this woman, I know a person online, she keeps posting all these things about men attacking women. I'm like, oh, a car crash killed 3 people. Up, never gonna ride in a car again. No, that's a small percentage. And this guy
Right.
talked about the percentage. And this other woman goes, that's not true. This and that. I told the dude,
How do you know? And this is the
that,
problem.
that's
'Cause
the thing. These girls, they want to rely on emotion. And I told the dude, your first
men
mistake
do
was try-
too.
I told the dude, your first mistake was trying to use logic on a modern woman
Oh
because y'all don't
God.
like it. Y'all don't like it so bad. So bad. And so many
Listen, if
women want to hate
even
on me.
men be in my inbox trying to cuss me out, saying you don't know what you talk. It's a few. It's small. I get more hate from women than men, to be honest. So y'all really
What?
pretty much y'all proving Chris's point, honestly. But it's still people are delusional. And that's just what it is. They don't want to recognize the issue and they rather tiptoe around it or ignore it completely of what the issue is. It's not hard to tell a man stop being a dick as well. It's hard to tell somebody to stop doing this when they don't see the consequences of it. Until you see the consequences of it, then you start opening your eyes to be like, well, what happened? Well, I thought what I was doing was right.
And you know when
No.
most women see those consequences? When that wall fucking comes.
Men too,
No, no,
when the wall comes.
no,
Yes.
men are okay, women are perishable, men are expendable. A
Y'all
woman's
even
value,
perishable now.
no, no, no.
Like even y'all making yourself
A
perishable.
woman's value goes down over time. A man's value can be replaced. So if I don't make as much, if I don't push myself to do as much as I do, I can be replaced because I'm replaceable. Women are
Mm.
perishable. And a lot of women think that the attention they're getting in their 20s and the attention they're getting in their late 20s, or all those simp niggas in their inbox that say, I'm gonna do this for you, queen, and I'm gonna do that for you, because every woman online has some dude in their inbox. Every single one.
Everyone. Yes. Yes.
Every single one.
Every single one.
So don't think you're special because and unfortunately that online validation has replaced people improving themselves to be better as a person. And women get more validation online than men. They do.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it goes to their head. This attention fucking currency is bad. And again, women don't usually find out till that wall comes. Till you,
Men
oh,
too. I
we
literally,
don't hit a
as
wall. Give
I
a
had
man a
to
wall.
leave. This is the issue. This is what we need to do. I had to actually leave this man alone from him to realize I was a good woman.
But
But
that's not
by
the
the
wall.
time, hold up, it is because he had to go through a struggle. It's like it's no different from a hood nigga thinking like, oh, I can rob and steal because I got away with it. I got away with it. I got away. And then boom, now you in jail and arrested. Now you trying to be like, damn, how the fuck this happened? What you mean how the fuck it happened? So it's still reality always hits everybody
But the
to a
wall,
point
that's
that
not the
you
wall.
really got to be like sitting there and just be like, okay, I fucked up. I got to pick the pieces back up again and start over. But you have to realize that you fucked up, take accountability, and fix the issue, and then be better the next time. That's what is the issue.
You're not getting the wall. Ebony K. Williams, whoever the fuck her name is, the one that said I would
Yes,
date.
Ebony K. Williams.
Even she said after that interview, men's value goes up while our value does not as women. And
Yes.
because guess what? The wall I'm talking about has anyone can make a mistake, anyone can hit a roadblock. I'm talking the wall that says, holy shit. You used to go to the club and men would buy you drinks all the time, or you used to go to the club and you had to beat the people off with a stick. And now when you go to the club, only a certain type of dude wants to talk to you. A lot of women have no problem getting sex and no problem getting dates. The problem is y'all can't get the type of man you want.
Okay, so let me respond to what you said. Okay. The reason you got to break it down to people because people don't understand. It's just when you say submit, what does that mean? A slave? No, it don't mean slave. It means you catering to your partner. And men would submit to you in return of the nurturing, the providing protection. That in some form is some kind of catering. So it's still, we need each other. But let me go back to the point. So what he's trying to say is the men value goes up because men always look for the visual, right? So a man that's stable as they're older, right? Have the house, the cars, the job, the 401k, all that shit about to be retired, all that, right? They have more choices to date between you say 18, fine. 18 on up. Okay. So they have a choice to even date age appropriate, too close to them, or pick that 20-year-old girl that don't know a goddamn thing, but she wants a sugar daddy. She wants to be taken care of, whatever the fuck the reason. So she going to go for an older man versus an older woman. First of all, I could tell you we even too tired to even compete at a certain age. At a certain age, we just like, oh damn, well, the fuck would my life go? So, so a woman, a man is rarely for a man to date age appropriately. Okay,
You know
that's
why?
just real.
You know
I
why?
had like a
Youth
50-year-old
sound
man
attractive.
talk to me today.
No, youth is attractive. The reason why, rather be conscious or subconscious when a man looks at a young woman, and I'm not talking that's just I'm talking an adult woman. We're looking
Mm.
subconsciously, we're looking at her ability to have children. When we look at a woman that's fit, we're looking at her ability to have children, even if we don't want children or not. That's in the back of our head. That's why women are attracted to dudes at clubs that can dance, because that means they're most likely in shape on a subconscious level. There are a lot of
Okay.
things that are evolutionarily that we don't think about. But yeah, when a man and okay, as I'll use me as an example. I've dated girls in their 20s, early 20s. Why? Because I had the ability to. Those same girls didn't
Mm.
want to date dudes their age because the dudes their age weren't established, or very few were. And if they were drug dealers. And they didn't want to deal with possibly getting shot at.
Mm.
That's the thing. It's like we have those options because my value has gone up. When I 10 years ago, I didn't make what I make now. And 10 years before that, I didn't make what I make now. But now that I've
Mm.
built myself, a lot of women want to meet me at the finish line. They want to meet me now that everything's established. They want to meet me now that I'm about to be retired. They want to meet me now that I have a nice car.
Okay.
And
It's
unfortunately,
survival.
it's definitely survival because they want to get with the best provider that they can. And you know when the
Mm.
best time they can give the best provider that they can, when they look the most beautiful. Obviously, some women are gonna look beautiful for a long time. I have a friend of mine, she's around my age, and I would say she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
Mm.
Like literally one of the most attractive women I've ever seen.
Okay,
And she's
calm
got a bunch
down.
of kids.
And she
Well,
got a bunch of kids.
not even a bunch of kids. She's had a few kids. She was married before. And
Okay.
a lot of women, when they have kids, they don't recover as well. Well, she recovered amazingly. Oh, and one thing about me I want to throw out there, some dudes focus on body count and all that. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna
No,
keep that shit 100. What you did before me is before
it
me.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Now,
It
so
don't
now,
matter.
now, if you were doing OnlyFans or you were a stripper or you worked in the porn industry, when you're with me, that shit's done. But
Mm.
again, that's before me. I can't fault
Right.
you for trying to survive before I came in the picture.
Right.
So I just
And
want to throw it
that's
out there.
usually what women doing it for anyway. It's for survival.
Survival.
Okay.
But
So
some people with my views are like, oh, if she has a higher than a 20 body count, I don't give a fuck.
why are you worried about it?
Like I don't care. I don't think I've ever honestly I've never asked a girl that I've dealt with their body count. Never, because I don't care.
I just think you weak in the bed if you count in somebody's body parts. It's just that's what I think. Cause it's like you think is she comparing. I had a nigga really say this. You compare me to the last. Even if I had one partner for my whole life and broke up with him and then go with you, I could still compare you to him. So it's stupid. Sometimes these men ideologic beliefs. It's just sometimes it's just y'all just be sounding crazy. Like I'm just being real. Like
Yes, there are
it
some
don't make
things
sense.
some men say that don't make sense. And I don't. So I just want to throw it out there because some people with viewpoints like mine have are dogmatic and they're one way. I'm not one way. I have some
Mm,
things that aren't very popular with men of my stature, and I have some things that are popular with men of my stature. And I say of my stature because, again, I work with a lot of other six-figure people. I have multiple brothers who are also six-figure people. Like,
mm.
and we've established ourselves. We've worked hard to get to where we're at. And I feel as if I have every rights to be picky because y'all were picky when I was younger. I went to the prom by myself.
Okay,
I went to the
okay,
prom
Chris.
by myself.
Okay, Chris.
Shit.
Okay, we get it. Okay, she's eating her words up right now. Okay, we get it. All right.
That's
So,
trauma. I'm still
but
hurt.
I see
I'm
y'all men
joking.
hold on grudges. Y'all, I see that. Like y'all be
No, I
holding
just got a good
grudges.
memory, damn it. I just got a good memory.
Lord, every person I date, it's like I remember my ex Tiffany when she used to, bro, do all this stuff to me. I'm like, I'm not Tiffany. Can we focus on this date right now? It's like what the
Somebody
fuck?
actually did that to you?
Yes,
Oh,
and
that's a
it's
rat.
more common. It's more. Oh, it definitely was a rap, but it was
He's
like
straight. That's straight bitch nigga shit to me.
because it's like like next thing you know, you called me Tiffany in the bed. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a negative Ghost Rider. That's a negative.
But I also want to put this point out. So, Chris, do you think the Earth is flat or round?
I'm highly insulted that you asked me that question.
It's a point to it. Ask, answer.
It's spherical.
It's spherical. Okay, what?
Spherical. Round.
So it's round shape. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know some people believe it's flat?
Yes, and I've had conversations with them on Facebook. Dear God, oh my God, it was dumb.
Okay. So because thousands of people on Facebook or internet in general believe the earth is flat, does that mean it's flat?
No.
Okay. So my point is that saying because you get people to agree with some of your things does not make it factual. Okay. Because you have people that agree with you, does that make it factual?
Negative.
No, it do not.
Mm-mm.
So you sometimes need to just suck it up a little bit.
You talking
Men
about
and
me?
women.
Me
No,
personally?
no, no,
Oh,
not you, Chris.
okay. I was
Uh,
gonna say what I do. I feel like I'm being attacked. I need an adult. I need an
no,
adult.
shut up. But see, the attacking, okay, the attacking part is what people just can't digest. I don't like it when people, well, I don't care about people online, but Chris is a close, dear friend to me. And he be saying things to me that makes me want to snap him and smack and be the black woman, okay, stereotype.
Please don't
But
hurt me. I can't fight.
but because he's a good friend to me, okay, because I care about him deeply. I know he's has my best interests at heart, that what he is saying to me is not to really hurt me, it's to make me think and actually come to my own conclusion, because he can't make me do anything.
Mm-mm.
Have my own conclusion, like maybe Chris is right, maybe I should stop doing this and try something else, because if the way I'm doing is not working, then maybe I should try a different way, get a different opinion, get a different mindset that is not going to be biased. Because, of course, this is why I say before we start this video, I don't hang out with a lot of women. I don't. I have one girl that is my friend. Okay. And it's a reason behind that, because a girl would hype up ourselves more than the internet. Okay. A girl was like, oh, girl, you's not fat in those jeans. You thick. I'm like, bitch, I got some rolls. That's kind of fat. Like, so it's like, so it's the women hype ourselves up more than y'all men that would can ever. But it still have to be some reality to it. When a woman say, "Do I look fat in those jeans?" What do you say, Chris?
All right. Do you want the real way? Okay. 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 So, because I'm not a complete and utter asshole like some people think I am, I can say no. But I also can finish it with no, you don't look fat in those jeans, because jeans cannot make you look that which you are not.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are or are not, the jeans you have on are not a determining factor.
Okay.
But yeah, they don't make you look small. Those no, nah, that's not good. Like the women that I'm with, one of the things I tell women if I'm in that type of relationship with them, an intimate type of relationship, and some women have actually told me they can't take this aspect of it, is I don't lie to you. Do not ask me a question that you do not want to know an answer to, but I will be honest with you, because to me, honesty is one of the most important aspects of a relationship. If
Mm.
you ask me, did I do X, and I did X, and I say I didn't do X, and you find out I did, that's a hurt on the relationship. So I make sure that the women that I'm with in that intimate way, I don't lie to. We don't lie about nothing. Now I've had a woman tell me, listen, I don't like that you're doing with other women. Please lie to me. If I ask you that question, just lie. Is she legit? I'm like, are you that? Yes, lie to me. I want you to lie to me. I was like, all
Well,
right.
at least she gave you the cop out, okay? So, but still, to close this segment, to be real, guys, we need to stop the dumb black women, black women, black men hates online, and stop arguing back and forth, because when you argue with a person in regular life, do it go anywhere? Do the
Me,
argument go anywhere?
me.
Sure, your opinion, Chris. Does it go
Well,
anywhere?
with me, all right, nerd moment, nerd moment. Back in Superman Red Sun, um, Lex, Superman was talking to Brainiac because he had Brainiac working with him, and Brainiac said, "Don't talk to Lex Luthor." And Superman was like, "Why? Why can't I talk to Lex Luthor?" Brainiac said Lex Luthor is of a 12th level or 13th level intelligence, and he can convince you to kill yourself. That has stuck with me forever. If I call myself an intelligent person, I should be able to change someone's mind. And I have changed people's minds. And it's how you approach it. And in reference to what you're saying, black men, black black women, one of the reasons why they want us fighting each other because we're too fucking strong together. And they don't want us together.
And that's exactly it.
We're too strong.
Because if you go to these, because we're going to use the music as an example, if you go to any of these music production companies, the owners are mostly white.
Or Jewish.
Well, so it don't affect their families. It affects our families. So yeah, they're going to feed you crap and say it's gourmet because they want you to digest the bullshit. So you need to wake up and realize those factors remaining. We can love each other. We can work together. We can build a lot working together. Just so you know.
Yes,
and that will be the end of Ren's Red Room. Thank you for joining on tonight's topic. And please follow me, Silly_Weaver, on Instagram. And also inbox me, guys. You indeed.
Oh, I might actually make that Gmail just so I can write this shit down.
And you could also inbox me, guys, on any segment topics that you like to talk about, and even if you want to come and appear as a guest host. Thank you again, and see y'all next time.